Hello lovelies! So today's video is part one of a three-part series that I have been working for months to bring you guys. I didn't have the proper camera quality to do it previously, but I do now, so I am so excited to be able to bring you this idea. So as you can tell from the title, this video series is going to be all about glitter nail polish, including everything from the basics that you need to know, down to the detail stuff, application techniques, removal techniques, all the different things you need to know to create a perfect glitter manicure. So in this particular video, which is part one, I'm going to be covering the basics and bases about glitter nail polish. So let's start with the ginormous question of what is glitter nail polish? Breaking it down into two simple components, glitter nail polish is essentially two things: solvent resistant glitter and suspension base. This is why if you've ever tried to make your own glitter nail polish using craft store glitter and clear nail polish, it never works, and it always ends up in like a really gooey, melted, curled, nasty mess at the bottom of the bottle. Nail polish is essentially a tiny little vat of chemicals, which is why most craft store glitters do not survive in the environment. What looks like regular clear coat is actually a product known as suspension base, and this is what keeps the glitters suspended and keeps them from sinking to the bottom. Suspension base is a clear, sometimes milky liquid that is less viscous than regular clear coat, so it's a lot thicker, and that's why it can keep the glitters separated and dispersed throughout the bottle. On to bases. Of course, you can always use your regular favorite base coat for using glitter polish, but there are quite a few new varieties and technologies out there that are going to make your glitter polish experience a lot easier. If you are especially lazy like I am and you want a super easy quick fix when it comes time to change your nail polish, then peel off base coats will be right up your alley. It was discovered that PVA glue was possible for use as a base coat when Essence came out with their first peel off base coat, and a couple nail bloggers did some digging on the ingredients list and found out that PVA glue was a main component, which interestingly enough is a very common type of glue, and you more likely know it as Elmer's white school glue. To create your own peel-off base coat with Elmer's glue, you fill a nail polish bottle 2/3 of the way with the white glue and then 1/3 of the way with warm water. Shake it really well, let it settle, and then you can just brush it onto your nails in a thick coat, much like a regular base coat. The tricky part to this particular option is that you usually have to wait 5 to 10 minutes for the base coat to completely dry clear before you can actually polish on top of it, or else it will not work as a peel-off base coat. So this method does require some patience. As with everything, there are pros and cons to the Elmer's glue base coat. Pros are that it is extremely inexpensive and you get a lot of product for your money. Cons are that you don't necessarily get a ton of wear with it. Wear can vary a lot. You can get sometimes like 24 hours or less to like 3, 4, 5 days depending on your personal body chemistry and how you apply it. Elmer's glue is water soluble, so keep in mind that if you are using this as a base coat, you're going to want to do things like wear gloves when you do dishes and don't go swimming with it or else it'll dissolve. The second peel-off base is a personal favorite of mine, and it is one that I actually own. It is the Nail Pattern Boldness Glitter Appeal product. This works in the same principal way that the glue base coat does, but with a lot more effectiveness and ease of use. Glitter Appeal is a clear product that you paint on your nails with 1 to 2 thin coats. I find it best when I do 1 thin coat. Not too thin though, because you do want to have a good base to where you can actually peel off the polish later. If you use too thin of coats, it's going to peel off in tiny little chips. If you use it too thick, it'll just pop off in one giant piece. So there is a certain level of skill required, and that you have to like have a learning curve a little bit with the product for it to be used really effectively. The best part is that it dries really quickly. You don't have to wait the 5 to 10 minutes like you do with the glue base coat, and it wears a lot better for me than the Elmer's glue base coat does. Depending on how I apply it, if I use like a base coat over it, with nail polish, also depending on the nail polish, I can get a good 3 to 4 days with this, which for me as a nail blogger is kind of a long time because I usually get bored with my nail color way before that, so I want to change it anyway, and this essentially makes the process of changing a nail color incredibly easy. It is the more expensive of the two options. It is $8 a bottle, but it is still very affordable in comparison to the next one that I'm going to be talking to you guys about. The third peel-off base coat is the newly released OPI Glitter Off, and this was released with the Muppets collection, so you'll still be able to find it at time of publishing of this video at places like Ulta, at Sally Beauty because they now carry OPI. Pretty much anywhere that you can buy OPI, you'll be able to find this base coat. It applies much in the same way that the Elmer's glue base coat does, but the downside is that it has about the same wear time. A lot of us were really hopeful, me especially, that OPI, being like such a giant brand, was going to come out with something that was going to work supremely well. It was going to blow all the other peel-off base coats off of the market, but it's kind of lackluster, to be honest. I will not be purchasing it because all the reviews that I have read have been like kind of disappointed, and it doesn't really seem that amazing, and you really don't get any better wear time than you do with any other peel-off base coat. And at $8.50, or is OPI $9 now? I think it's $9 now, or is it $8.50? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've purchased OPI nail polish at full price. But anyway, it is the most expensive of the peel-off base coats that I have mentioned to you guys today. And the third and final base coat that I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is by the brand Picture Polish, and it's called Revolution. It functions as a regular base coat that requires remover. You simply paint it on like a normal base coat, paint on your glitter polish, except the catch is that it is supposedly aids in removal of the glitter nail polish by causing it to remove much like regular nail polish, to where it doesn't, I guess, permeate the base quite as much, to where it comes off with regular remover a lot easier. I personally have never tried this product, but I will link several blog reviews down in the down bar below by some of my favorite bloggers, and you can make up your own mind about it, but I think it looks pretty awesome for those of you who want longer wear with your glitter polish and don't want to try a peel-off base coat. And that rounds out my first part of the glitter guide series that I'm doing. I hope you guys learned something new and enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in part 2. Bye!